Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, says the Nigerian government is considering suing the government of Rivers and Lagos at the Supreme Court to end the value-added tax war. Malami disclosed this in New York, the United States, while speaking on the disagreement over the collection of VAT between the Federal Highland Revenue Service and Rivers government. But one thing of interest is the fact that the federal government had indeed taken cognizance of the fact that where there is a dispute between a state and the federal government, it is the Supreme Court that should naturally have the jurisdiction to determine the dispute between the state and the federation. And we are taking steps to consider the possibility of insinuating an action between Supreme Court for the purpose of having this matter determined once and for all, Malami said. The minister maintained that the Federal Highland Revenue Service will continue to collect VAT following the ruling of the Court of Appeal on the matter, which directed all parties involved to maintain status quo. None reports. Some interested parties have described the status quo to mean that Rivers and Lagos, who have now passed the laws to support the collection of VAT in their domain, should continue with their plan. But some others have said the status quo, the court means the Federal Highland Revenue Service, an agency of the Nigerian government that has been collecting VAT across the country, should continue to do so. The position of not only the federal government, but indeed the judiciary, is the fact that the status quo associated with the collecting of VAT should be maintained, Malami said. And as far as the judiciary system is considered, the status quo, as at the time the parties approached the court, it was the Federal Highland Revenue Service that was indeed collecting the value-added tax. So, with that in mind, the federal government has succeeded in obtaining an order that established the sentences of the status quo, which status quo is that the Federal Highland Revenue Service should continue collection. This is pending the determination of the cases that were instituted by the state, particularly the Rivers State government and the Lagos State government. The cases are being determined by the court. The Rivers government had urged the Supreme Court to set aside the Court of Appeal's September 10 ruling, ordering it and the Federal Highland Revenue Service to maintain status quo on the issue of VAT collection. A 3-member panel of the Court of Appeal, headed by Haruna, issued the order being challenged at the Supreme Court by the Rivers government. The state also urged the Appeals Court to disband the panel of the Appellate Court, which gave the interim order and ordered another one to be constituted to hear the case. Nigeria is still a united nation, so VAT should be shared accordingly and based on the population of states. Someone just dropped that. So what about those states that destroyed alcohol, and some states who are generating revenue from this alcohol? They are still sharing from it. What can we say about that? There is nothing you can do. Just follow up with the Constitution. Your seniors are in charge in person of Akeredolu. As a federal government, the duty of the government is to encourage every federating state to grow and develop its economy, taking from the small south to feed the big north. Is itself nepotism. It is robbery. Poor to pay Peter. Why even create a state when you know she can't develop herself and stimulate economic growth? More amazing is seeing the North sided with the federal government on these issues. This only proves yet the more that this government is not only being controlled by the North, but that is also working only for the interest of the lazy nut, thereby encouraging her to be lazy, making her looking away from, its natural resources and using her acclaimed intimidating population to stimulate economic growth, but only run to Abuja to be spoon-fed from the VAT and the resources that comes from the south. Okay? Well, they don't know law just to sit down there to pick our oil money and favor their evil masters. But our God, the chief judge, will judge them too. The North is the problem of Nigeria, destroying bottles of alcohol and cigarettes in their region, but want to share from other states generating money from same alcohol, clubs, cigarettes given to them. The world still gonna remain poor. Okay, that is what they call bamboo dey work, abi monkey dey work, bamboo dey chop. Na im the northerners dey do now, the northern states, some of the northern states. The southern Nigeria have waken up, and northern Nigeria is now crying. We knew Taco Mohammed is there, and in issues like this is the reason why he's there. I rest my case, Jerry. Malami, your day and numbers. Ants and insects inside the grave will one day consume your flesh. You forget stronger men of the past misused their power and were a day known like Tafawa Balewa and the rest. And you will never be left out. You that you are nobody in front of God, behaving like king, controlling Nigeria people like you are. Don't worry, the soul you are having was not created by you. You will one day be mixed with sound, and even your Buhari cannot even save you. Kyari was controlling like the one we voted for. Did Buhari go with him? Not even his lovely children. All right, these are Nigerians' reactions. So guys, you've all heard it now. Let's hear your thoughts on this. Hit the comment section and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for always stopping by. Bye for now.